y'all, it's me, your girl. I know y'all sick of me, and to be honest, I'm sick of myself, so I'm sorry. I know I keep saying that I'm gonna stay consistent with making videos, and then I disappear for months and months, and then y'all don't hear from me, and it's like, what's going on with Kiana? But that's not what this video is about. This video today is to address a post that I made on my social media page on November the 4th. If you follow me on social media, you know I'm a makeup artist located in the Tampa, Florida area. And on November 4th, I posted an announcement that as of December 31st, I would no longer be doing makeup. And I got a lot of response from that post, and mainly just people wanting to know what caused me to make that decision. So versus me telling every single individual that comes to the shop what happened, I just thought it would be easier for me to make a video and put it out there for you guys so you would know what inspired my decision. First of all, before I start that though, I want to give a shout out to She Who Believes. My girl Keisha has a clothing line. Hopefully y'all can see it. Called She Who Believes. It is a Christian clothing line, and so I wanted to show her some support. I purchased this dope She Who Believes sweater from her, and I decided to pair it with a white button now underneath to give y'all that schoolgirl vibe. I feel like it complements the vibe and the red lip. So shout out to She Who Believes. Make sure y'all go show love and support to my girl Keisha. Back to the video. So I guess I'll just start from the beginning. I'm gonna take y'all back 4 years ago when I decided that I wanted to quit my job in corporate America and take on makeup full time. At the time, I felt like it was a good decision for me. I had just started a new job and things just were not going the way I thought they were gonna go with the job. There was a lot of days that I would leave work crying just because, and it's not even like the job was hard, but just because I just didn't feel like that was where I was supposed to be. And I felt like where I was supposed to be was working for myself. A lot of that, 95% of that was rooted in pride, just because while I was working, you know, people were calling me, asking me to do their makeup. Like, the world was shut down, but people were still outside. So I began to weigh my pros and cons. And a big factor that played into that was money. I was looking at how much I could make working for myself versus how much I was making working for my employer. And I said, you know what? I'm going to quit. And I quit. And I sat down, I wrote out what I wanted to do. I said, within the next 5 years, I want to have A, B, C, and D accomplished. I want to do X, Y, and Z. And at the time, I considered it a leap of faith because honestly, that's what I thought it was. But now being more mature in the faith and looking back, I realized that it was a leap of pride. And I say it was a leap of pride because, one, I had a man who was financially taking care of me. Two, I never stopped to ask God, like, are any of these things that I'm planning for myself what you want for me? I never stopped to ask, are these things in alignment with your will for me? And to be fair, I wasn't on the journey that I'm on now to even know that that was a prayer that I should have prayed. So everything surrounding my makeup business was always about me, my personal gain, what I was gonna get out of it, things of that nature. And so every single thing that I had written down that I wanted to accomplish within a 5-year span, I accomplished all of those things within 4 years. The very last thing that I had on my list that I wanted to accomplish was to go to school to get my massage therapy license, and I actually graduated with my spa therapy license. So I have my esthetician license and my massage therapy license. I graduated with both of those last October. And in my mind, y'all, the way I thought it was gonna go, I was gonna graduate from school. I was gonna get a top paying job working at a 5-star luxury spa. And from there, I was gonna learn what I needed to learn and turn around and open up my own spa. And the dough was gonna be rolling in, right? In my mind, that's how I thought it was gonna go. It did not go like that. In fact, life began to start lifing right before I got ready to graduate last year. My car got repossessed. I graduated. The day I graduated, I went to a hiring event for the Hard Rock Casino, which was the spa that I wanted to work at, or the Rock Spa, which is the spa I wanted to work at. I did not get the job. None of the things that I had planned on happening for myself happened last year. Like what I planned on happening after I graduated, none of those things happened. And so I had decided that, you know, I was just gonna do my own thing. I wasn't gonna go work for anybody still. I was just gonna try and figure out a way to make it work. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, like honestly, the last 2 years have been a struggle for me. It's been a struggle for me to keep my business up and going. It's been a struggle for me to just see things flow the way I wanted them to flow. And I know that every business has its ebbs and flows. I know every business has, you know, struggles. I'm not taking away from that. But what I am telling y'all is that I never considered God in any of my business plans. And once I got to the point where I knew that I needed to consider him, I also told him that because I'm considering him, if this is not what he had planned for me, to let it fall and to let me be okay with it falling. You have to be so careful when you pray prayers like that, because things begin to fall. And I was very hesitant at first, because initially, those of you who know, I was working out of my house, and things began to happen to where I could no longer work out of my house. And I was taking it as a sign that, you know, this meant expansion. This meant that I needed to be in a shop. And so I started to work. At the time, it was my cousin's shop. I started to work in there. And, you know, I started to have a sense that things were slowly but surely going the way they were supposed to go. At the end of last year, she texted me saying that, you know, she no longer wanted the shop and that I was welcome to take it over if I wanted it. I saw that as an open door to have my own shop, and so I signed a lease for it. I was very hesitant about signing the lease because I just wasn't expecting the shop to come to me in that kind of way. Signed the lease, saw it as a blessing, and literally since then have been struggling to keep the bills paid in the shop. And so I finally came to a point on November 4th where I just cried out and I said, you know what, God, I think I see what it is. I think I have been trying to force something that may not have meant to be going on for this long. I'm not gonna say that I was never meant to be a makeup artist or do makeup. I don't believe that. I do believe that makeup is a gift that the Lord gave me at a very crucial time in my life. Most of you who know my story know that I started doing makeup after the passing of my mom. Makeup kind of became a therapy for me. I had a newborn child, very small. I couldn't go outside. I was really stuck in the house, and so I decided that I was gonna learn how to do my makeup because I absolutely loved the way my makeup looked at my baby shower, but I knew that I could not afford to get my makeup done every time I wanted it done. And that kind of birthed my love for makeup. From there, I took it back to work with me, and that started my interest in doing it on other people. And then my focus became how much money I could make from doing this. So I will say from the beginning, my outlook on why I was doing what I was doing was off. It did come to a point about halfway through my journey, because I've been doing makeup 9 years, but I've been taking it seriously the last 4 years when I was doing it full time. It did come to a point in that journey where I realized that makeup could actually be a ministry, and I did start to use my makeup business as a form of ministry to women who would sit in my chair. And I do hope and I pray that everyone who I was supposed to talk to or minister to during those times, I pray that I did what I was supposed to do and that you were able to receive it. However, I do know that some things are for a season, and I just strongly believe in my heart that makeup is one of those things for me where I'm not saying I'm completely done with it for the rest of my life. I don't know the plans that the Lord has for me. Only He knows. But for now, that season is over. And my attention now is solely focused on what God wants me to do. I have been doing what Kiana has wanted to do for the last 4 years. And I honestly thought that I would feel some sense of fulfillment in doing those things, only to have done everything I wanted to do to get to the end just before opening a spa, right? Because that was the last big thing that I had planned for myself, to only get to the end and feel like this isn't it. I don't feel fulfilled. I in a sense of, you know, like me feeling like I did what I was supposed to do or accomplished my purpose. I really thought that my purpose was to become a spa owner. And now, again, that I know so much more about the Lord and what purpose actually is, I know that I was so far in my thinking from that. But all of that has got me to the point now where I'm just like, okay, Lord, if me being obedient to whatever it is that you want me to do means that I have to let go of what I have held so near and dear to me, then I will let it go. And that's not even just with the shop, that's just my lifestyle in general. Anything, anybody, anything that does not serve the purpose I'm here for, I'm letting it go. And so that is why I am shutting the doors to Phenomenal Faces again. I don't know if this is going to be forever. I don't know, this could just be a season, but I know that for right now I have to go back to the drawing board and I have to partner with the Lord to figure out what it is that He wants me to do, because that is why I am here. I'm not here for my own will, my own purpose. I know that we live in a culture where it's all about self, and live your truth and it's your life, do what you want to do. But to those of us who belong to the kingdom, it is the complete opposite. We are here for the Lord, the purpose of God, the purpose of fulfilling what He has called us here for. It is not about ourselves, it is all for His glory. So just want to send some encouragement to y'all out there who are a part of the kingdom. Like, don't get caught up in the hype of culture that is telling you it is about you, it is your life, do what you want to do, like YOLO. Don't get caught up in it. I was caught up in it for so long, and it really does deceive you and pull you further and further and further from God and from what we are actually here for. And so I pray that this makes sense to y'all. And if it doesn't, December 31st, the doors will be closed unless the Lord says otherwise. And He hasn't came and told me otherwise. So I will, though, be more consistent with YouTube since I will not have the shop to speak to clients and talk about things. I do believe that that does open up an avenue for me to focus on YouTube and focus on, again, other things that the Lord wants me to focus on during this time. So I love y'all. Thank y'all for rocking with me. It has been an interesting 9 years. I've met some great people. Clients have turned from clients to family. I have been blessed by so many of y'all. it's just been beautiful, you know. As I look back over the last 9 years, like, I cried because it is a grieving process to let go of anything, but I feel like I cried more tears of joy than anything, just because I never even saw this for myself. Like, again, I was not a makeup artist. I was a girl who was hurt from pain, who found makeup as a way to find the beauty in life again. Makeup is truly an art, and it became a therapy for me. And I realized that, like, so many women connect by means of makeup and just what it means to other women. And so, again, it's been a great 9 years. I love y'all. I hope that whatever is next for me, that y'all follow me on that journey, and that y'all, you know, go back to the Lord for yourselves and pray and see what it is that He wants you to be doing for Him. Because, again, we are here for Him, to serve Him. We have an account to give when it's all said and done about what we did while we were on this earth. And I just want to be able to hear, "Well done, thy good and faithful servant." And so hopefully that answers y'all questions. If y'all have any more questions, please drop them in the comments below. If not, I love y'all, and I will see y'all again next time.